Hello, I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access Television, with a special visit with Scott Stringer. He's the urban forester for the city of Missoula, and we want to talk about taking care of our urban trees, especially during this super hot weather. Scott, thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Most welcome. Well, what is the main thing you'd like people to know at this time of year?
Well, it's a very dry and hot summer, so we really need to add a little more water to our landscape to help the trees get through this time of year. So a lot of them are under stress and the leaves are turning brown, curling. It's a result of lack of water, and so we just need to help supplement that.
And what you'd like people to do is to become more aware of their environment. I mean, some homeowners have trees in their garden, but also there's this issue of what are they called, boulevard trees, like the trees in the front of people's houses?
Yeah, we call them boulevard trees and public right-of-way trees. Generally, every street has a different public right-of-way. But the property owners are responsible for the maintenance of the boulevards, and that would include the trees. And so we need to encourage homeowners to water their front yards, water their boulevard strips to help those trees be healthy and vigorous.
Right. And now here's the question people will have. How much watering is required? And you and I talked about this a little before we started taping, but you had some very clear ideas, at least to a degree anyway, of rule of thumb for the length of time for watering.
Yeah, generally the rule of thumb for watering a tree is 10 gallons per inch diameter. The diameter is the distance between the tree. And so if you've got a 12-inch tree about this large, 120 gallons is the general rule.
Wow.
Surrounding the entire tree. The root zone. And the root zones vary, 2 to 3 times the height of the tree. When trees are young, it takes a while for the zones to spread out. So generally, if you're watering your lawn, 2 inches a week during the hot days in summer, that's sufficient for the tree. It just needs to be a long watering. It can't be the shallow 10, 15 minutes. That's not going to do any good. The main absorptive roots for the trees are between 4 and 18 inches below the soil. So
for a tree 12 inches in diameter?
Well, no, for all trees, generally the really fine root hairs that absorb the water are just 4 to 18 inches below the soil. So if you water shallow, it's not going to penetrate down, and so you have to let it go for 20 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes if the ground's really compacted. Aerating your lawn is very important in the spring to allow for water to penetrate deeper.
And then around the trunk of the tree, people often do put a ring around it, break up the soil there.
Well, it's not real imperative to have the ring around the tree. People do that more to protect it from weed eater and mower damage. When the tree is young, though, having a mulch circle and maybe a little basin to fill in is great. But mulch is a great tool to help preserve moisture in the soil, keep the weeds down, reduce the competition from grass. And so, they say that if you can mulch all the way out to your drip line of your tree, which is the extent of the branches basically, at about a depth of 3 inches, it'll help immensely, and it'll actually reduce the amount of water you have to provide.
Oh, because it's going to absorb that much better and it's going to retain at that level.
Yeah, and it won't evaporate as quickly off the turf or the soil.
I remember from the press release you sent out, because as we discussed the amount, I know people watching are going to have a hard time figuring out, well, what is 120 gallons? As we get more technological, I think it's harder for people to measure stuff like distance and amount of water, like 120 gallons. It seems like a lot. Now, most people have is about half-inch pipe on their garden hose. You included something about, was it testing the soil to see if it was loose or wet down to a certain depth, maybe, to get an idea of how long they ought to water?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things you can do to test how much water you're putting out. You could do the catch can technique, where you put jars or cans, in half a dozen locations around your yard and let the sprinkler run, and once you fill it up to 1.5 inches, 2 inches, then you're getting it down to where it needs to be.
That seems very scientific. So you actually measure with the catch can and say, okay, it took 25 minutes to get 2 inches into these cans.
Exactly, and then that's usually sufficient for the trees. So, depending on what kind of sprinkler you're using, if you're using an impact sprinkler or if you've got a, like a frog eye sprinkler that's just throwing it out, some will produce more than others, and so the time's going to vary with that.
Do you suggest people, when they're soaking, just take any kind of nozzle off the hose and let it trickle that way? Or
for the small trees, I think that's a good way to do it, just to get around, if the tree's less than 4 or 5 inch diameter and smaller, that's a great way to do it. If it gets beyond that, the root zones are so widespread that I think using a larger sprinkler and just having it run for a half hour or so when you can get your 2 inches is the best technique.
Right. And then you mentioned also that there are certain trees that might need more water than others.
That's correct. Yeah, there's a lot of the species that we have in Missoula are not from this area. Obviously, the maples are from Norway, most of them in the university area. There's ash trees that require a little more. Linden require probably the most of the trees as far as water requirements. And so, the general rules, still apply depending on the site, the soil composition, what's underneath it. Missoula's got really coarse soil, so it tends to drain fast. And so that's not a bad thing. If we had a layer of clay, then it would just sit there and the roots would suffer. So, but lindens definitely require a little bit more. Trees like ponderosa pine that are native here, they're obviously going to be able to tolerate much less. So you want to try to, match your tree to what you're providing to the environment. If you've got a xeric garden that you only want to water, every other week or, once a month, then you're going to want to put something in that's very drought tolerant.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for giving us that information. If you're watching, you want more information, contact Scott at the City of Missoula. The number there, 552-6270. You can also get information from the website, which is, I'll put on the screen here for you, is missoulaparks.org. Well, thanks for watching, and thanks for looking after your Missoula City trees.
Thank you.